Welcome everyone to the new 26th Harmony Kingdom for this week. Motivation, self-reliance, drive. Sometimes, as the old saying goes, the hardest part of a journey is in its first step. In terms of Flutter Brutter, that's pretty much what the moral is. Having the motivation and self-drive even throughout failure or lack of understanding if it's going to mean anything, to drive through and try to accomplish what you want to do, whether it be a hobby or a dream you might have. I should know, as of next week, in fact, it will mark the 7th year of this channel. A channel that started on a cell phone for 60 seconds. But for me to do it, I had to have the drive and motivation to put myself out there publicly. Something that not for everyone is easy to do. For some, it's even harder. And for even the rarest of you, dependence is something that you feel comfortable with. You get relaxed being everything handed to you. But dependence and no independence can be crushing, especially if you want independence or desire it. You just don't know how. And in the case of Fluttershy's brother Zephyr Breeze, he knew exactly what he wanted. He just didn't have the drive nor motivation to get there. He struggled with the idea of failure, being pessimistic in mind. So pessimistic that he regressed, relying on his family just to get him through the day, and even when he would take small jobs from each of our intrepid Harmony 6, he wouldn't feel the motivation to do it himself. He would rather watch and observe, for the fear of failure had clutched into his mind so much that he didn't want to get up. Those with a fear of failure never really progress. But I kind of go against this episode in this notion. The fear of failure can, especially for those seeking independence, can be a crippling, almost spirit-inducing sort of thing. It can ruin your day, make things that would otherwise be imaginative non-imaginative. All those things aside, a fear of failure can also be natural too. After all, we all in life don't know exactly what we're supposed to do on this planet. We're not given a prototypical roadmap. So when we try things, there is always a sense of failure. But I myself take on the opinion of the Mythbusters when they quoted this: failure is always an option. Yes, there is always an option to give up, to fail, to quit, to stop. But those with the drive and motivation, those that truly believe in what they're doing, those with true passion will learn. If you get knocked down 7 times, you get back 8. And for Zephyr, it's just he needed the motivation. The kind of outwardly push, like a father to a young boy on a bike. Sometimes you just need to be pushed, motivated positively, and given an optimistic view of the world to beat out your pessimism. Once you do one thing right, who knows, you might do the next thing, and it might become a chain of your own motivation and success. In the case of this, Zephyr finally learns to succeed after some tough love from Fluttershy and an excellent late episode song. The facial expressions from the animation crew are among some of the best, especially one of Rainbow's early expressions. And this really shows that the growth in Fluttershy's character has indeed stuck with her nearly absurd nature. And Fluttershy's parents are likable as well and lovable too. For Flutter Brutter, it's an episode about not only dependence and sometimes how we can be, especially if we have a giving family, but it's also about the glory, success, and good feeling that true independence and what truly believing in yourself and having an optimistic viewpoint on everything you do can motivate you to do just about anything, even if you did not first believe you could do it. After all, on June 10th, 7 years ago, I didn't believe I could start a YouTube channel. Now look, we're nearly 500 videos in. 481 to be exact. This is my calling. And yes, I did in fact have fear. But I took the first step. And I knew there was going to be times of failure. It was going to be heavy. But despite all the failure, I've had tremendous success. And that's what makes it worth it all. I'm not the greatest brony reviewer. I'm not the greatest analyzer. But every day, I don't fear failure. I try my hardest. Because that's what my family would want me to do. I may be dependent because of my physical situation, but that doesn't mean through here I can have a dose of independence. And I didn't fear the first step. I welcomed it. Flutter Brutter is a great episode for especially parents to watch. And it's a great lesson on having family, but also having motivation and drive, and learning that failure isn't the end of things. It's just that. It's failure. Failure is a part of life, but the success that grows off of the seeds of effort can bloom into a tree everlasting. And it's through that I have found my calling, and hope that you find peace in your own nirvana. This episode, 5 out of 6. A must watch, and one of the strongest Fluttershy episodes to date. Well done. Until next week, find peace in your own nirvana. Thanks for watching.